Hey guys, welcome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I'm in the bedroom, so my setup, don't mind my crap in the background. Um, what's going on, everyone? I'm gonna wrap some presents in a minute. I didn't even grab the bags. Yeah, just running a little bit behind. Sorry, y'all. How's everyone doing? Who's here? We got Manny. Thank you so much for being here, Manny. We got Diane. Richard was the first one. Gold star for Richard this time. Diane is here. Thanks so much for being here, Richard and Diane. Is anyone else? Did I miss anybody? Roy Cousins is here. Yay. Thank you so much for being here. Piper's here. And excuse me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. X Hogan. If I'm wrong, please let me know so I can correctly pronounce it. Everything's fine. I'm just a little behind schedule today because we were out late last night in London and we woke up late today, so it just threw the day off a little bit. But anyways, all good. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good weekend so far? We get these presents. Oh, I actually really enjoy wrapping. I'm curious about you guys because I know my mother-in-law hates wrapping presents. And I go over there every year to wrap presents for her because she hates it so much. And I love it. So curious what you guys think. Do you like wrapping presents or you could do without it? I like it because I just like giving presents and I get excited about, what we have in store and everything. But I know it's not for everyone. Richard's been slapping the trolls. Appreciate that. Thanks. Manny, thanks for giving out the gold star, Manny. Appreciate it. So, show you guys my Christmas haul. Hopefully, my partner's not watching. I don't think he is because he's making dinner. But if you are, you can't watch this one because your presents will be here as well. And sorry about the sound. Like I said, I'm in the bedroom, so I'm going to do my best to be as loud as possible. Diane says she hates wrapping. Oh, I don't know why people hate wrapping. I find it very therapeutic. I have lots to do though. I haven't wrapped anything yet. My daughter wrapped some presents, but I haven't wrapped any. So these are Christmas fuzzy warm socks for the child's stocking. We'll do that first. I thoroughly enjoy wrapping. I find it if there was a way I could gift wrap all year round as a job, I would do it in a heartbeat and I would love it. But I don't think they do that anymore, do they? One of y'all was telling me that they do it somewhere, but only this time of year. And I think you have to, the money goes to charity or something. Was it one of you guys that was telling me that? It is kind of a ridiculous process if you think about it. Wrapping presents is kind of silly because it's just going to go in the garbage anyway, and it is a lot of work for nothing. But I don't know. I just like it. It don't bother me. I get a kick out of it. I could have just done this as a vlog, but I didn't know if it would be interesting or not. I thought it'd be more interesting to go through it. This is one of our wrapping papers for the year. I like giving presents, but not the wrapping. I hear you, Diane. I'll do the wrapping for you, if you don't mind. I like it. Like I said, I find it very therapeutic. It's like, not therapeutic. That's the wrong word. Cathartic. I find it somewhat cathartic. This isn't working out the way I had planned it. Oh, where's my tape? I'm gonna need to create a garbage bag of some sort here. Tell us about your trip to London last night. Oh, so we went into London as part of the child's Christmas present. Madness was doing a UK tour, and she loves Madness, and the partner loves Madness. So part of the Christmas present was the tickets to Madness, which were pretty expensive. We bought them a while ago. I think we bought them even when I was still working outside the house. And we just had to pay to get into London, which is a little bit of an ordeal. We had to go take the train into Stratford International and then take the tube to the O2, which is just a little bit of a pain, but y'all have it set up really well here, especially with when you're going from train stations to tubes in London. I don't have an experience really of that kind of travel in any other city, but in any other city in the UK. But like it's just a pain in the ass in New York and Philadelphia when you have to do something like that. But here it's pretty straightforward. It's all well connected and well laid out and everything. So that part of it's cool, and I always like going into London. I just like the public transport part of it, really. What else is I gonna say? Oh, and I'd never been to the O2 before, so that part was kind of fun. With the O2, I've discovered is basically what I consider to be like a football stadium inside of a shopping mall, which was a new experience, to say the least. Definitely not something I've ever done before. I guess I kind of understand the reasoning for it, but it doesn't make any sense for me personally, because like if I'm going to see a concert or an event, I don't want shopping bags with me, and I don't even think you can bring them in. They were saying it was like a 1 bag limit, so I don't know. But it was fun. The concert was okay. We had nosebleed seats. Like I said, it was expensive, so we were all the way at the top. A little bit of vertigo. But it was good. It was sold out. It was packed. They were pretty good, but I only knew like 2 songs. So, but it wasn't for me. And the other 2 really enjoyed it. So, but it was just late. You know, it takes time to get out of the arena, and it takes time to get on the tube. And there's crowds, and I lost my tape. I'm supposed to get this done in like an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna get all this done in an hour. And it was a bunch of drunk people trying to get to the tube, being very rude and obnoxious, in my opinion. But once we got to the tube station, it was fine. It was just it's just tiring. It's a long night. We went in early and had dinner at a kind of a cool restaurant that my partner picked. We're at dinner, right? And my partner's like, "Do you want to have a drink?" And I was like, "No, not really, because I'm already kind of tired. I'm still getting over my cold, and I didn't want to. I don't want to get to a point where I'm like sick again, right?" So I was like, "No, I'm good." So the waiter comes with the drinks, and gives my partner his, gives mine to me, and then there's this like champagne, like old school champagne glass with this pink liquid in it and a lime on the side, and she hands it to my kid, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And she goes, "Oh, that's the watermelon margarita you ordered." So I look at my kid, and I'm like, "What? You're not old enough to have any of that yet." She's like, "Oh, it's virgin. It's okay." So I look at the waiter, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's virgin." Okay. But the way she presented it thought that it had alcohol in it, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing? You're not drinking alcohol." No. And I didn't see any carding going on or anything like that, because that would be weird. Anyways, and that's a nifty little trick. Seems like a little bit of a waste of some wrapping paper, but okay. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. That was my trip to London. We didn't get home till like 12:30 because the concert ran till like 11. So it is fun though. It's always fun to go into the city, and it's always fun to do something like that. We try to do as much experience type stuff as we can. I think I told you guys in either a blog or in one of the lives, or probably said it more than once, that so not a straight line, that we try to spend more money on like experiences and stuff than stuff. This is a puzzle. I got my niece's son, our niece's son, who's 2. I don't know what that makes us. Anyway, so we just try to have experiences, and spend time is much more important to us as a family. So when that opportunity came up, we took it. Of course, within budget and within reason, right? But we are lucky enough that we are all extremely interested in travel. So it's usually not hard to get anyone to be like, "Well, we could do this, or we could go on a trip." And most of the time people will say, "Oh, let's go on a trip." So, and I'm always up for that as well. So for me, I could care less if there's anything under the tree for me. For me, it's all about things to do. I'd much rather go out and do something. It doesn't matter if you're a great rapper, Manny. It's like it's just so that they don't know what it is. It's that element of surprise. It doesn't matter. You should see my partner can't rap for anything either. You should see some of the presents that he rapped for me over the years. There's like the entire thing of wrapping papers around like one pair of socks. I find it so therapeutic though. Cathartic, just relaxing. I suppose this is what people get out of coloring and stuff. And I also like to do lots of ribbing, so that's probably going to take up the most time for me. Maybe I should ribbon in the end. I should probably ribbon at the end. We'll give them the best gift ever. Oh, they come with little ribbons. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Extremely time consuming. Well, I won't do it for him at least. He's not going to care. What's next? Hi, Marja. So glad to have you here. Oh, I didn't show you the second set of papers. So this, I think I showed you in a thing, but this is like Santa's, it's like postage stamps and stuff, and there's Santa's address on it. That is the second set of paper we got. How are you? It's a wonderful day. I'm glad to hear it's a wonderful day for you. I hope that it continues to be that way through into the night. Richard says, when you were younger, Mandy, did you ever have to wait for the first train home after a night out? No, actually, we were talking about that over while we were in the city. That because on the way home, it was crowded. It's Saturday night. It's like 1:00 in the morning, and we're definitely after midnight, and there's a bunch of drunk people on the train. And I was getting annoyed because I was like tired and I was hot and a little dehydrated, so I was getting a little bit like motion sickness and stuff. So it's just not in the mood, and so I had to like move. I had to like move my seat and everything because they were bugging me so much. Excuse me. And my partner and I were talking about how like I have no idea what that is, like what that's like, because whenever we went out, we always had to drive. We couldn't. We didn't really have public transportation to take us anywhere. Once or twice, there's this town in northern New Jersey, which is right across from the harbor from Manhattan, called Hoboken. And because it's right across the street from Manhattan, or the harbor from Manhattan, it's a commuter town, right? So a lot of people will live in Hoboken and commute to Manhattan to work, or to any of the boroughs even. And so we would sometimes, if we had friends that lived in Hoboken, so sometimes we'd like drive to Hoboken and stay at theirs and then take the train into Manhattan that way. But not often, to be honest with you. Most of the time we drove either to someone's house or we drove to the place. We just had to take turns being designated drivers. So I don't really have the experience of like being drunk on a train kind of thing. So I could never compare it. And so I've never missed a train except for like in the morning for work if I was running late. So I don't know what that's like. So no, I've never had to worry about it. I know my partner told me a story about how he was out drinking one night with some friends. And he was on the train and he fell asleep. And it took him all the way to the last stop. And he had to walk home, which was like 2 towns over. Dork. Because it was late. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning and we couldn't get any cabs. Anyways, but no, I always had drivers. We always had to drive everywhere. That's what America's like. Roy Cousins says, I always try to wrap presents neatly, but after a while you get odd shapes and end up just bundling them in whatever way you can to cover them up. Yeah, well, like when I get towards the end of my paper, that's why I save these little ones, because I'll do that. I'll save the little pieces, right? And then I'll just like I'll just take 3 or 4 pieces together and use them. Plus, I have a thing about, because I grew up poor, I have a thing about wasting. Like, I don't want to waste any of them. So That's the other thing, is I don't want to like just throw paper out. But I always get odd shapes. Like these are the slippers that I bought for my niece's son. I didn't buy them. We bought them. For the child. Under the tree. This one goes under the tree. Let's do it a little bit nicer. Also, I wrap the stuff that goes in people's stockings. And I don't like care so much about what they look like so much, because they're going to be inside the stocking. I just tore the hell out of that at the end. Oops. I also try to make shapes sometimes. Like I try to make it somewhat fun. I won't do it for the baby who's like 2. They don't care. But sometimes I do try to do whimsical little wrappings for the partner who doesn't really appreciate it, but and the child who probably doesn't even notice. I'll make them into like little sweets and stuff like that, little candies, if the shape permits. Trouble with this tape. I would have put holiday music on, but I always get copyrighted, so. Dude, it's the thought that counts, right? For the child. To child. Love mom. I literally wrote to child, love mom, by the way. She kind of gets mad at me when I call her child. But I don't care. I care, obviously. I don't want her to be mad at me, but sometimes I've just gotten used to saying it when we're like blogging and stuff. So, just trying to protect her. She'll figure it out one day, what I really do it for. Let's have some ribboning fun. What about ribbon, you guys? Do you guys, like, if you wrap presents, do you do ribbon? Or do you just do the present wrapping? Because I actually like the ribboning part better than I like anything else. That's my favorite part, making it look pretty. Not done yet, though. Take the ribbon and the scissor. Oops. It's gonna fall off the bed. Manny says, I had a message from our good friend Disco yesterday. He said he is okay, but is very busy at the moment with the caring responsibilities. Yeah, he, poor thing. He's having a rough one this time. I did talk to him as well. But thank you for the update. And thank you for checking in and everything with him, Manny. That's awesome. I appreciate that. That's the biggest thing I love about this community is you guys, like, it's a real community. You guys, like, work together. You help each other out. You support each other. You converse with each other. It's great. I love it. That's one of my favorite parts about this community. Marja says I'm rubbish at it, but well done to you, Randy. Thank you. Is that one of those things too? I don't remember having anything like this tab to open the wrapping paper in America. I don't remember ever having something like that. Maybe they do now. Or maybe I just always bought really cheap paper, but that could be. This is the next set of paper. Stars. Twinkly stars. What's next on the list? It's a solar giraffe statue for the mother-in-law. She likes giraffes, and she just bought a new house. So that'll go really nice in her garden. She's got like her garden kind of is like a horseshoe around the house, and on this side where the gate is, there's a path. And she has solar lights as it is, so it would be cool to have that in that little area. Hopefully she'll like it. And what's good about that area too is the dogs don't go over there really that much unless there's somebody at the gate. So it has less chance of getting all like trampled and knocked over and broken. I haven't been checking if there's prices on any of these. That's probably not good. Manny says, I bet your daughter absolutely loved Madness. I've always been a big fan of them. She did. She enjoyed it. She was kind of tired by the end, but then they played her favorite song and she jumped up and started dancing. So I guess she's good. There's a lot of older people in the crowd, like older than me, older people, which is fine. But I just thought it was funny because she's such a fan and she's still a teenager. And we're sitting around with a lot of, people who are towards the middle to end of their life like me. So, which I guess makes sense because I remember that they're like an 80s band in America anyway. Obviously, they're a little bit bigger here, I think, than in the United States. But I remember them being out when I was really little. So I guess that makes sense. I think it would be like my mom's generation, who's in her 60s. So that tracks. Richard says, I have a female friend who raps for me. She is paid in tea and cakes. I would do it for tea and cakes. I get it. Pipe smoking. Oh, my dad used to smoke a pipe a long time ago. It's been a bit. Diane, I'll come to your house. I don't know where you're living. I think you live a little far from me, though. Be the like official present wrapper of the group. We're gonna do this one a little bit long. My mother-in-law is so funny. She could care less about any of this stuff. Like she really doesn't doesn't care. She does it for like the kids and everything, but she doesn't care. She's like, I guess I'll put up a tree. Marja says she gets them wrapped at the store. Do they still do that? We were just talking about it earlier. Do they still do that? Well, we are a half hour in already, and I am not doing good here. I have to speed this shit up. Probably be a 3 hour wrapping session. My partner is making dinner, so we're basically going to go until dinner's ready. So let's see. Why is this bow not working? Let's try this one. I know it says to peel it off, but I can't get to it. I feel under the gun now because I looked at the time. I shouldn't have done that. Madness sometimes play on Jules, my bad. Jules Holland's Hootenanny on New Year's Eve. Oh, really? I saw that last year. I remember that. That was fun. Yeah, this isn't working either. I got defective bows. We'll just put a little tape on it with the tag. How's that? And we'll do, it was this or socks. I totally just signed my name on it, even though my partner picked it up. Let's see. Rapid fire. It's a little hat. Now this is said it was for 2-year-olds, but it seems kind of big, right? She'll have to fold it up, I guess, a little bit when she puts it on her. Let's see, like this one, I'm trying to use this paper up. So maybe we'll do, ooh, this one's bigger. No, not gonna work the way I want to. That'll do. Madness is definitely a classic. There is one song that they played. I can't remember the name of it now, of course, because I suck at that stuff. But there's one song that they played that I hadn't heard before. I'm like, oh, I really like that one. And then I know Our House, because that's the one that was really popular in America that I remember. And then the daughter's favorite. I'm not gonna ribbon his. Only a few places do gift wrapping, unfortunately. That would be the best idea, though. I think it should be something that they should have temporary employees to do, in my opinion. I feel like it is something that most people, even if you have to pay extra, and then you pay a pound or two, right? A pound per gift or 50p per gift. Most people would pay that because it's just the aggravation of it, unless you're someone like me who just likes to do it themselves. But most people would do that, and then the money would go to charity or something like that. I would do that. We should start a charity maybe next year. Maybe I'll do something like that next year where the money can go to the RBL. But then how would I do it online? Execution is the key, Mandy. It's a good idea, but how about execution? Maybe I'll set up a little stand outside my house and be like, if you can get to my house, I'll have your presents for £1 a piece. Oh. That's deodorant for the kids' stocking. This is chocolate, so I'm not going to wrap those. And the gums. I'm going to wrap those. Christmas socks for the stocking as well. I don't have to actually wrap the stocking stuffers. I just really like to. Let's see if it'll fit in here. I don't think that's going to cut it. What's too early that you got home at 10 a.m.? Diane asked, did you get your wrapping paper at WH Smith or whatever it's called now? Yeah, they changed it to TJ Jones. I was walking around High Street trying to find WH Smith because I didn't know it changed. And I thought I was like losing my mind because I couldn't find WH Smith. It was so embarrassing. But, you know, whatever. Just change stuff on us. Where did I get it? I think I got this one at one of the holiday, like, Harding Gifts or something like that. I don't even remember. Do I have a receipt in here? I have a receipt, I think. Hold on. Did I get this at Poundland? I got the candy at Poundland. No, I didn't get this one at Poundland. What's this one? No, that's B&M. I just don't remember where I got it. It wasn't the T.J. Jones or W.H. Smith. It was like Harding Gifts or something like that. It was called because they had it. It was like 3 for £2 or something. They had some kind of deal like that. 3 for £4, something like that. And I saw it, so I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. Our house in the middle. Oh, so you've never seen it like that before, Diane? Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me. I thought it was just super, like, I was having a really old moment where I just wasn't paying attention. It's a fairly new thing, I think. As far as I know, anyway. Soft candy. I have to do some lotion for the kid. And Bowelology and the digestive, the rest is candy for the stocking. And stuff for the stockings. Maybe I'll do something fun with that. I'm such a dork. Okay. I can be a little bit of a dork. I don't know if you guys knew. I have no idea what you're talking about, Richard. I'm trying to follow you, but I think you're having a conversation with someone else. And that Manny says, in that case, I'll send you all my wrapping for next year. Okay. I don't mind. Not going to. Again, I just completely like butchered that paper. I'm not even close to the straight line. It's the thought that counts. Richard said wife used to cut out things from old Christmas cards to make Christmas tag. Oh, I sometimes when I don't have them, I'll use like pieces of wrapping paper and just fold it over like a little note. Home is about an hour on a train to London and longer on a Sunday. Ah, we did get, in all fairness, we did get the speed rail, whatever that's called, like the speed line into London last night. Which is only 30 minutes for us. There's only a couple stops to Stratford anyway, which is very nice. That going to that end of London is so much easier and nicer than going like towards the center of London. It just gets, there's so many stops. That's all. It's a good idea about the Christmas cards, though, Richard. I'm going to keep that in mind for future if I need it. Y'all still do Christmas cards? Diane says, I've heard a lot of people doing that on buses, Mandy. Defeats the object if you've got to walk home. I don't mind. We have to walk from the train station. I don't mind that. I'd rather do that than drive. We were talking about, like, it would be easier to go to just take like Stratford, go into that end of London and take the tube if we had to go into the other side of London ever. And would it be cheaper and easier? And then my partner was like, well, we could always just, drive to a different station to make it a little bit cheaper for us. And I was like, that defeats the whole purpose of living in town near the train station. The whole point of that is so that we don't have to drive, because that's what we did in America. Everywhere we went, we had to drive. It was annoying. So, which, he got after I reminded him that that's the way it was in America. And he definitely didn't want to do that. It's a pain in the ass sometimes to go walking around, the train station, walking when you're that tired at night and everything. But I don't know. I just prefer it. The child went to the O2. The child had been to the O2 before to see Lady Gaga with a friend, and she was all walking around it like she owned the place, like she'd been there 1,000 times and needed everything and knew everything, like where to go and what to do. It was hilarious. She's quite a character, I tell you. That's for the partner. Should I give him a tag? Nah. Okay. Let's do something fun with this. This is for his stocking as well. He likes the mocha coffees, and he found out that like they're canceling a lot of the mocha in a lot of the stores because it because of the sugar factor or something like that. So I got him some instant mocha stuff. I'll just throw in his stocking. This isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. There we go. That's what we'll do. This isn't going to work. I think he's just going to fall out, but it was a clever idea. But it's definitely not going to work. falling out, but it was a clever idea. Oh well. It'll work the way it works. It'll work however it works. Bleep, bleep. It is hot in this room. Wow. Baggy trousers. That was another good one. That was another one. I forgot about that one. I know that one. That is not. I must be in love with madness comes. It must be love from madness to close second. That one was a good one. I didn't mind that one. So the tiny red man is so cute. She's gonna love it. It literally looks just like the ones that we saw in Hyde Park. It's so funny. I forgot about baggy trousers too, Manny. Curly Princess, hello. Thanks so much for being here. Glad to have you. Curly Princess says, I also grew up poor and keep the odd bits. Finally managed to use one from a few years ago last week. My grandmother was a hoarder. One of my grandmothers was a hoarder. And she would literally, like when we unwrapped our presents, either Christmas or birthday, she would save the wrapping paper and fold it up and reuse it. So I got this from my mom. I got to send it to her because it is for 2026. But I forgot to send it to her. It's all Queen. It's all Freddie, actually. Very cool. Some very cool pictures. Manny, you'll appreciate that. So I gotta figure out how. I'm not gonna wrap it because I gotta figure out how to send it to her. We got this is 1984. We were in when we did our thrifting, me and the child. We were in a bookstore, of course, because she loves books. We're at the end of this paper. That was fast. Because she loves books. And she was hemming and hawing. She wanted to get 1984. And she had 2 copies in her hand. She was hemming and hawing which one she wanted. And she picked the one that she wanted. But it was really hard for her to pick. So I got her the other one that she wanted. Because she wanted them both because they're both really cool covers. And that she's like that. She's like, she'll have like 3 of the same book with all different covers, or if there's like in a certain edition or something. She's really, really into books. She's kind of like a collector. So it's a healthy collection. It's a healthy addiction. So I support it. I mean, it's a contradiction, right? Because no addiction is really healthy. But if there was going to be, an addiction to books, I can get behind that one. I can work with that one. I'm curious, Curly Princess, do you save ribbons too? Like from boxes, or like when you get bedding or something, when it's got like ribbon tied to it, do you save that for like future use of something. Because I do that. I definitely do that. I'm writing, if it's a stocking stuffer, obviously I'm not going to put any ribbons on it, but I'm writing on the front who it's for. I can usually tell by because I wrap everything, I can usually tell what they are by the wrapping. I don't know why. I just remember shit like that. Let's try one more time with the bow. Let's try one more time if it works. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I can't do these freaking bows. Oops. It was either this or socks. Oh my god, with this tape. It's the tape and the bows that's slowing me down. I'm convinced. I completely forgot I have hot chocolate that I forgot all about. It's all cold. With my very, very sad marshmallows. Oh. I was literally sitting there thinking, oh my god, my throat is so sore. I need something to drink. Curly Princess says, I've been having chocolate on and off for breakfast all month. It's kind of the season, isn't it? Why can I not find the end of this tape? It's curled out. All right, I'm just convinced, by the way, that Americans do this tape thing better. I don't know. It's so tiny. Usually it's a little bit wider, so it's easier. And then the tape that you use it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't tear as good on this thing. And it keeps falling off, and it's annoying me. Damn it! See? I don't know if you can see that against my... It's slowing me down. Practical presents, I think, are the best. I'm like that, Marja. I always find a practical one. Hi, Neil. How are you? Hope everything is going well. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you can make it for a little bit. Oh, Roy says his favorite chocolates he gets at Christmas is Terry's dark chocolate orange. They are good. Diane says I could read a chocolate orange now that you've mentioned it. Happy to help. Oh, thanks. It's your first time on the live, Curly Princess. So happy you could join us. We're live every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock if you could join us then. If not, then, we appreciate you being here when we're here on the weekends, which is not as often, but We could try to do them a little bit more often, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what 2026 brings. Hi, Alex Black Cat. Nice surprise to see you're on, Mandy, but I'll be lurking today. Wrist is giving me some discomfort. Love the bow, though. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. There's no problem. Appreciate you listening. I hope you get better soon. I hope the wrist gets better soon. I can't do this tape, y'all. Ah! Just pop it off, but I can't. I can't even get it off. Oh my god, your tape is so frustrating. There we go. Okay, that'll help a little bit. Now, where are we? I'm very unhappy right now. Ah, there we go. So you can't tear it that easily. All this for a tag. We got a puzzle for the mother-in-law as well. Again, drafts, because she likes drafts. Well, I apologize for Curly Princess. Normally our streams are a little bit more interactive, because normally I'm not doing an activity. But this is a special stream. This is the end of the end of Vlogmas is coming. This is my last stream for 2025, so it's a little bit different. A little bit more of a lifestyle stream, which is not unheard of, but it's not often that we do them, so a little bit special for the season. And it's extra. Like I said, we usually do it once a week, but I just thought of something with the freaking bows that I should have thought of earlier. I'm an idiot. I'm kind of slow. You know, it takes me a while to catch on sometimes. Curly Princess, are you from the UK? Or are you from America or somewhere else? I'd love to know if you don't mind sharing. I have tape on my finger. I'm trying to find the end. What else we got? What else we got? These are for the partner. Because he's always telling me that he doesn't snore, but he wakes me up every night. Just about every night. They always like to pretend like they don't snore. Although, I gotta be honest, I probably snore too, to be honest. This is a stocking stuffer too, right? So, I'm gonna do this. See? 2 pieces of paper. Working some magic. Let's see how it goes. What's a parcel box? Is that like a post office box? Is that because you can't deliver to their house, Richard? See? Can't tell. So don't throw away the small scraps. You can always use them. Manny says, I think it's vitally important to respond to someone when they check in with you to do the same back. Disco is a good bloke, and as Mandy said, is going through a lot at the moment. Yeah. He's got a lot on his plate. And he apologized. I checked in on him too, and he apologized to me that he hasn't been able to, be part of the stream and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the last thing that I'm worried about with you right now. I'm worried about you and how your family's doing. Oopsie. Knocked it over. Next up, we have some pajamas for the child. So they're going to take up a bunch of paper. God, it is insanely hot in this room. Whew. We got some Lilo and Stitch because she likes Lilo and Stitch. And she's been into pajamas lately, so. Which is she was into pajamas actually, it's kind of funny that she's getting back into them because for a really long time when she was little, she was so into pajamas. She always wanted she was in a princessy phase. So she always just wanted pajamas of her favorite princesses, dressed nightgowns that were her favorite princesses or any princess. And then all of the shows that she watched, she wanted all of the pajamas that were for all the cartoons she watched or whatever. And then she kind of fell out of it for a bit and didn't really, she didn't really care. She was just wearing shorts and a tank top or sweats for a little bit. But since in the last year or so, she's kind of gotten into pajamas again. So we got some pajamas. We're going to have to get them anyway, so might as well make them a Christmas gift. Let's do the bows. Because now I have an idea. Finally came to me. We'll just use some tape. Roly-poly. Stick it on. Stick it on. And just like that, you have bows. That actually stick. And then she's already into the Grinch, so we got her Grinch pajamas as well. They're all on sale. Lucky us. Thank goodness. Maybe we'll make this one like a big sweet. Big sweetie pie, huh? Yeah? Yeah. Oops, dropped my tape. I am so clever. I can't stand it. Didn't work. There we go. Come to think of it, I think tags might be a waste of time. I don't think I'm going to buy tags next year. I think I just got caught up a little bit, and that's why they got the tags. But I think next year I'm just going to do it from the wrapping paper like I've been doing it. Because, I don't know, I just like it better. I think it might be a waste. But it's the thought that counts, right? What else? My goodness, it's like never ending. Those are my tights. I'm just crossing off the prices. It's not like she doesn't know how much they cost anyways, really, because she goes shopping with us, so she knows like how much stuff is, but anyways, don't matter. These are for stockings, and then the rest stocking. That might be everything, actually, surprisingly. Lilo and Stitch bubble bath. I think I said in one of my vlogs that we were focusing on stockings this year, so we hadn't really focused on them recently. We didn't have a lot of money. We had a very tight budget this year for Christmas. So let that be a fun little like way to make it special but different. So it's a bunch of quirky things like that instead. I remember wrapping presents with my mom when I was little, and she used to get so worked up if the paper didn't, like if the paper was ripped and or if the edges like showed or something, she just gets so wrapped up about that. She gets so like just annoyed if you cut the paper and it wasn't straight. She gets so aggravated about it. There's so many little things like that that was so stressful in my childhood. Nobody gets it, so it's really hard to explain to people. Go in the stocking. Do you guys ever have someone like that? And I'm not like trying to pick on my mom or anything, but just like that just gets so worked up over things, and you're kind of like, okay, it's gonna end up in the garbage, so does it really matter? Like, right? Do I have something hanging from my thing? I do. That was weird. Oh, Marja, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We get it. Appreciate the thought of saying Happy Christmas to us, though. I don't know how I'm going to wrap this one. And I definitely want to use this paper because I'm trying to use up. Ah, there we go. Really, that's annoying. The hanger is being the pain in the ass, but I'll figure it out. I can figure it out. We'll just start with that. Neil says, History Chat, who's awesome. Love him. History Chat, who we've watched a couple times, was telling me that he was ripped off of my AI YouTube video that just used a different voice and mirrored the video pics. Oh, I would complain to YouTube about that because they are supposedly cracking down on that. So I would definitely complain. But thank you for the heads up. Someone asked me if I was AI generated. A bunch of people at one point were asking me if I was AI generated, and they were like putting things like, "Oh, this is such a like AI generated image," and I'm like, no. If I was AI generated, don't you think that I would like not include the bags under my eyes and the wrinkles and make myself look a little thinner? Like, why would I AI generate this? Wouldn't I make myself look hot? That would attract other people, right? Like, anyways. I'm not gonna, but thank you so much for the compliment. There used to be a great venue in town. All the big bands would play it. Oh, I feel like it definitely is overpriced to go see concerts and stuff. It's a little bit cheaper here than it is in the US, but it's still really overpriced. Manny says, I think Madness started off in the late 70s and were big through the 80s, but only had the one hit, which was House of Fun. Yeah, that their stuff's kind of not really mainstream, is it? So that makes sense. West Yorkshire, yeah, that's a couple trains away. You're right, Diane. that might be a little bit of a trek. Piper says, I used to dislike wrapping things, but since working in a gift shop and learning to wrap quite fast, I enjoy it now. I think that's it. I think if you can kind of get into a rhythm and not get so like caught up in one thing, I think that it's worth it. I feel like it's worth it anyway. I very much enjoy it. I'm gonna wrap her after it's for her stocking if I can find one that will work. Maybe not. Is that it? Is that all the stuff I have to wrap? Yeah, the rest is like candy. And I don't normally wrap candy. Wow. That was more productive than I thought I was going to be. I was really rough. I was like, wait, I ain't even done with one bag yet. Maybe that'll fit. Ooh. Forget it. It's candy. I can get away with it. But look at all of this, y'all. Look at this. That's a lot of gifts. That's a lot of gifts for having a not so... for having a light Christmas. It's a lot of little stuff, though. And none of it really cost that much money. Not a big amount of money, anyway. I think the most expensive, besides... So her presents were really, we took her to Hyde Park, Wonderland, which was not actually that expensive because we got there when it opened, so we got in for free. And I said, you know, you can go on like this number of rides, and that's it. And then we just grabbed a really cheap lunch that we found. So it's just a train, and we actually got a really, really cheap train fare in as well because it was like the middle of the morning on a weekday because she was off that day. I'm missing something. I just remembered. I just remembered this charm that I bought her. That I didn't see. Oh, this must be it. Oof. Good thing I remembered. Anyways, so we got a really, really like super cheap off peak because she was off of school, so we went on like a Friday or something. And so it's this little, it says I love shopping on it. A little charm. So that was like Hyde Park was actually not as expensive as we thought it was going to be. And then Madness was kind of expensive, but like I said, we bought it early and we told her it was part of her Christmas present. And it was just getting the train in and in food, which we always budget when we're planning a trip into the city. So the rest of the like stuff was really not expensive at all. She's really good about that, though, my daughter. I have to admit, if we say something like, this is your birthday present, this is a, you know, whatever, she doesn't like have a tantrum. She doesn't get into, she's totally fine with it. Even when she was real little, she was totally, because she just really wanted to do stuff. That's the thing to remember. Like, it's really about the time you spend with people more than anything that you have to open under the tree or any other time of year, not even just Christmas. Time is the biggest, like, I wish I knew this when I was in my 20s or 30s, but time is the most important friggin' thing that we ever have in our lives. And I know so many people who have wasted time and continue to waste time even today on stupid things that do not matter in life when they should be spending time with the people that they love, with people that are important to them. I know people in my family that have, like, they've invited us over, right, for dinner or whatever, and they're like vacuuming while we're sitting there. You know, maybe dinner's cooking still or something, but they're like vacuuming or something instead of sitting down having, you know, a cup of coffee with us or something like they're worried about their dishes. And I'm like, why did you come like invite us here if you're just gonna vacuum? Like, what's the point of that? What are the tags? It just seems like a waste of time and energy, and I like if I have people at my house, I will do the best I can to keep my house clean on a regular basis so that whoever comes to my house sees as clean a house as I could possibly present in the time allotted. However, I don't really care. If you're going to be at my house, I care about spending time with you, being with you, enjoying the time I have with you. That's the most important thing to me. So, let me just check my text messages. Yep. Dinner is ready. That was 20 minutes ago. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, so I gotta go because I'm gonna get in trouble because dinner's ready. Anyway, listen, I really appreciate you guys spending the afternoon with me, and I'm just gonna fix this real quick because I need to. My OCD's kicking in. But it's just like I would much rather just spend time with people and be present. No, look. I'm just gonna put it back in the box and put a bow on the box. It's really just about being present, spending time with people, just being with people, like relationships and talking and learning and growing. It's just so much more important than cleaning or vacuuming or any of that stuff. Now, it's not like if you invite someone over for dinner and you have to like do something in the kitchen to warm up the meal or whatever. Okay, I get that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just more like if you invite me over and we're sitting in the living room chatting and you're in the kitchen cleaning, like emptying the dishwasher. Unless we need the dishes, what's the point? Anyways, rambling now. The whole point of the moral of the story is spend time with people, talk to people. That's the most important thing in life. And that's why I do these lives, because I love getting a chance to talk to you guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you more like directly and everything, but I hope everybody has an amazing holiday if you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, just hope you have some time to relax, recharge, spend time with people that you love, and just enjoy, the joy of the season. Anyways, so I'm not going to do any more lives for the rest of the year. This is it. I'll see y'all in 2026 as far as lives are concerned, but there's still going to be vlogs. Oh, one last announcement. I am not going to do my origin story. I was planning on doing that over the Christmas break, but I just, because I was sick and stuff, I just fell behind in my schedule and I just could not get to it. I'm going to do something with it in the new year, sometime in the 2026 timeline, but I don't know what yet, but there are going to still be vlogs out every day. Some of my last thoughts for the year before we do start the 2026 fresh, and a couple more Vlogmas videos as well. So you're still getting something from me every day. It's just not going to be my origin story this time around, but hopefully next time around. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday. Just really just rest, recharge, and enjoy as much as you can. And stay safe. I hope you have full bellies. I hope you all get well soon, and everyone in your family and your loved ones and your friends list all do as best as possible, as best as they can, given any circumstances they're dealing with. Love you all. Wishing a prosperous new year, and I'll catch you all in 2026. Bye. Thanks for rapping with me. Bye, guys.